Hey everyone, this is Michelle Barnes. So I really appreciate you guys. I put a post on Facebook today asking you guys, what you'd like to see covered, what topics, what things you want to learn, what questions you have, challenges, whatever it is. So I appreciate those of you that have already commented. That's where actually tonight's segment is coming from. And actually, the more I think about it, the more I think what I'm going to do over the next week or two is really focus on getting you guys prepared for 2015. Okay. No matter whether 2014 was good, great, okay, sucked, whatever, we're going to make 2015 the best year yet. Okay. So what I want to talk about is I want to talk a little bit about goal setting. And we'll do a series of these so they're not super long, but I want to start off by reading a study that was done for you guys. This study was done in 1953 at Yale University. They interviewed the graduating class and they asked them a series of questions. And one specific question was the most interesting. They said, how many of you have a clear, specific set of goals with a written plan for your achievement? How many of you have a clear, specific set of goals with a written plan for your achievement? I'm asking you guys the same thing, okay? Less than 3% had a set of written goals written with a plan, okay? 20 years later, in 1973, they went back and interviewed them to find out what their lives were like. Okay, well, 3% with written goals, they were happier, they were more well-adjusted, they were more excited about their lives. And as a whole, I know that that's kind of subjective, but let me share this with you guys. There was one thing that was pretty crazy. And what they said is the 3% group with written goals were worth more in financial terms than the entire other 97% that didn't have goals combined. I'm going to say that again. The 3% group that had written goals were worth more in financial terms than the entire other 97% that didn't have written goals combined. That's the power of goal setting, guys. But here's the thing. Every goal has a gestation period, okay? Goals are not to get, goals are to grow. So I want you guys to write that down. Goals are not to get, goals are to grow. And somebody asked me, like, how do you, not get frustrated when you set goals and you don't achieve them? Look, guys, there's probably, I don't know if there's even one goal in the 19 years that I've been doing network marketing full time that I've ever achieved on the deadline that I wrote down that I wanted to achieve it, okay? But when you know what you want, okay, when you know what you truly want, then it doesn't matter because you know you're going to get there no matter what anyway. So one thing that I do and have done for 19 years, I had a mentor 19 years ago that said to write your goals down in the present tense and to put them on blue index cards with blue ink. So I'm showing you a stack of blue index cards with blue ink. Here's actually my stack that is with me all the time. As you can see, they're written on. And I keep them inside this book, which I read every single day. One of my mentors, Bob Proctor, he reads Think and Grow Rich every single day. And he also listened to Earl Nightingale every single day. And so I just do what he does. I don't make a science project out of this. All I know is reading this book, even just a little bit of it, 10 pages a day, helps me keep it's kind of a checkup from the neck up, So I keep my goals. All of my written goals are in here and they're in the present tense. And there's a bunch of different ones for different areas of my life. Okay. So what you want to do is, my mentor said 19 years ago, put them on blue index cards with blue ink because it goes into the subconscious more. Hey, I just figured I'm not going to question if it works. Awesome. But it doesn't matter who you talk to, guys. Talk to any successful person, any financially independent person. I guarantee you they have written goals in the present tense. Think about it. I've got my goal cards right here that Bob Proctor hands out. He hands these out. He keeps these in his pocket. He reads them a gazillion times a day. Still to this day, he's 80 years old. He's been studying Think and Grow Rich for like 50 some years. And he reads his goal cards every single day. And they start off with a goal and a date, okay? And you want to put a date because it will fill up the time regardless. So put a date, okay? But don't get freaked out when you don't make it on that date. And then write it in the present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then put your goal. And also put what you're willing to give in order to receive that or to achieve that, okay? So I do my goals with blue index cards and blue ink, I have them all over the place. I have them in my car, in the console thing. I have them in my bathroom, in the shower. I have them on my nightstand. I have them in my Think and Grow Rich book that I read every day. They're all over the place, and I read them every chance I get. I read them. But the most important thing that every successful person I've ever met in my life has said, the most important thing is to read them the minute you wake up and read them right before you go to sleep. Why not let that marinate for the next 6-8 hours or however much you sleep, instead of letting the news marinate for 6-7-8 hours, or scrolling on Facebook marinate. What is that doing for your life right before you go to bed? So read something positive, read Think and Grow Rich, read your goals, but get emotionally involved in these goals. Okay. Bob Proctor, he said 2 things. He said, number 1, you must see yourself already in possession of the good you desire. And he said, number 2, you must know that whatever you require will come to you when you need it. You've just got to know that. I was sharing with one of my leaders the other day to put on a blue index card that amazing business builders come into my life easily and frequently. Amazing business builders come into my life easily and frequently. It just feels good. Okay. We talked about that on a video the other night. Another one that I've got on a blue index card is, I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Okay, just say that over and over, but now's the time of year to sit down. You look at the roadmap to success. Hi, Tom Alkazan created this. He's the number 1 money earner. He's made over $17 million in the last 10 years with Vemma. Clearly, he knows what he's doing. And you look, and number 1, right at the beginning of the roadmap is to do a Dream Big Dreams exercise. Write it out. Get crazy. Just get emotionally involved in it. Put some music on that inspires you while you're writing it. And then let's break it down into bite-sized pieces. And guys, that's what a mentor's for, okay? There's a big difference between a mentor and a coach. A mentor is at a higher frequency than you are, and they're able to bring you and move you to their frequency that they're and the level they're at. A coach is someone that kind of just checks in and, kind of a adult babysitter, I guess, So you want to have mentors, okay? I have a lot of mentors that I talk to, and then I have mentors that I just watch and listen to and learn from on YouTube or whatever. So again, do this. Let me know how it works for you. I'm a freak about my blue index cards with blue ink. So I wanted to share that tip with you guys. I know a lot of you in my group already know that and do it. But for those of you that aren't in my team and other companies, I hope it's something that helps you. So with that, we'll continue this and we'll talk a lot more about getting these goals and really wrapping our entire body and soul around these goals so that going into 2015, we make some amazing things happen. So with that, have a great weekend and I'll see you guys on Monday.